Back at the range, testing 5.7. Shooting my first 4 shots will be H110, 7.2 grains. I'm drop charging, so it'll probably be 7, 7.2, 7.4, somewhere around in there. We're gonna see how consistent my drop charge is, though. I think I'm drop charging pretty consistent. It'll tell on the speed. So the last time I done my 5.7 and H110, I was all the way up to 8. I think 8.1 on my charge, which is 8.2, 8.3, 8.79. I dropped it down. I was getting almost 1,700 foot a second at that charge with a 55 grain bullet, which is, I think, is probably a little too much. I was a little over pressure. Probably shouldn't be pushing my gun that hard. So I was just testing, backing down now, getting back to reliable numbers, trying to where we can just shoot it. I just was pushing it, seeing how far I could push it. I think 8.1 was probably as far as it needed to be. Don't know why my chronograph keeps going back to the crap it keeps going back to. Y'all keep telling me, buy a good one. Well, this is a good one if you're using it. If you just let it set for some reason, it goes back to its own. It goes back to its own setting. So here we go. 5.7. Now what are you doing? I'm about to take y'all's advice on buying a new one of these things and buying a good one. Oh, it's telling me the energy on my last bullet, I guess. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, don't fuck up before I get to shooting. We'll be alright. Shooting through my 5.7 rock. Alright, here we go. First 4 shots will be 7.2 grams of H110. I haven't even fired off a round and you're already getting me recording. What are you doing? I hate a way to reset this thing. But it won't reset for some reason. Alright, let's see what goes. Reset it back to factory settings. It's got memory in it or something. There we go. What's the speed on that? That's 67. No pressure signs. It's a 55 grain bullet. Moving 1267. I'd like to be around 14, 13, 13.5. I've got some. You'll be throwing us some flames out of that 5.1 or that H110 though. Throwing flames. Now I know why I went away from it. She threw flames. There's my 1346 I was looking for. 1314 is where I want to be. That Full Metal Jackets. That little dummy there's got. It's ripping that Full Metal Jacket, whatever's inside of it, all to pieces. That's about where I want to be on the speed, little. What the hell is that? That's the energy, I guess. I don't care nothing about the energy. Yeah, sure, why not? Will you stop that shit? For some reason it's telling me the energy of the bullet, and I don't care nothing about that. Let me get there. Consistent. Still no pressure. Very little pressure. You can see it pushing right there. It's barely. I wouldn't consider that any pressure though. I wouldn't push it. I don't want to push it any farther than that. I wouldn't consider that pressure. Not nothing to worry about. Alrighty then. That 1026 is pretty consistent with the speed though. You can go down there, stick the shit again. Sucking through the energy of the rounds, I guess. I don't know what it's doing now. I guess that's the energy. There we go. 14, that's what I want. Alright, well, that's 55 grains of H110. A 55 grain bullet in H110. It's 7.2. Now, I'm on to a 45 grain bullet. 7.8. Try 7.8. Jumping 5 grains, that's a big jump, really. Crazy thing. There you go. 45 grain bullet, 7.8 grains. That actually felt better. Speed's there. Another 7.8 grains. Up to 7.8 grains. And I don't know what that is. I didn't read the speed on it. But it's about the same. Focus. Primers look good. Even though I jumped 5 grains of powder. Jumped 5 grains of powder. Everything looks good. But I went down in bullet weight. Down, up 5 grains in powder. Went down 10 grains in bullet weight. So I come up in speed. Come up in speed. I'm dropping a. Here we go. Last round. 45 grain bullet. What was that one traveling? $13.95. It's only about 10. Let me get that bullet. Let me get right here somewhere. Let me get that brass. That's it. No, that's not it. I don't know where it went. I'll have to look for it later. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, that looks good. So there's that. So we're going to try 55 grain bullet in that same powder I was shooting at 45. I think it's going to be way over pressure though. It's going to be way over pressure. Hopefully I can catch this brass in one shot. There's my speed I wanted. Shoot another one. Didn't catch the brass. Ah, crap. This thing throws brass country mile. Even inside this building, I can't find it. It just slings it. And I even swept up all the brass. There's my speed out of my 55 grain I wanted. 7.8. 55 grain. 7.8. Alright, here we go, fellas. It's not overpressured. Well, it is overpressured, but not. I think 7.6, 7.5 would be good. See that primer pocket? It's bulging up. But I mean, I've got a 55 grain bullet doing almost 1,500 foot a second. You're going to have pressure, that's for sure. But it definitely needs to be backed down. I think that 8.2 is the answer, that 1,300 foot. 8.2 is the answer on this, I think. Grain bullet though. Speed is consistent, that's for sure. See, to be drop charging, y'all can't see that though, can you? That's 1481. Shit, I didn't realize I wasn't zoomed in far enough. That's 1481. The other one was 1467. No, I couldn't see that. Yeah, that's what happens when I ain't paying attention. Alright, one more. Bad grain. I like that 8.2 though. But they drop charging and stuff. They drop charging it. It's consistent. Everybody's like, oh, you shouldn't drop charge that. Whatever. Do what you do, I do what I do. There's another one. That speed on that's 1431. So, I mean, it is over pressure. But that's why I'm testing it. I don't definitely want to go no higher. I'm going to drop it back down to 8.2. At 8.2, you saw that. It didn't have no pressure at all. It was perfect. And I was I was at 1,300 foot, 12.8, or 1,280 foot, 13. So, I mean, to be beating up the gun and everything, it ain't worth it. But I've had it to 8.1, and I knew that was way high. So, 7. And I even resized. I run that 8.1 grain. This is 7.8, and I run that 8.1 through my sizing die, and the brass ain't overpressured. It's just overpressure it's overpressure in the primers. It doesn't overpressure the brass at all. Even shooting that 8.1, I've had these actually to blow completely out, a hole completely out. I've had that to happen, which is why I think they tell you to use pistol primers. If you used to use rifle primers in these things, it might blow the case instead of the primer, which that's a good thing it blows the primer out, because it really doesn't hurt nothing. It's hell on your firing pin, but I'd rather screw my firing pin up in my hand. So pistol primers in this cartridge, I've overshot it and overpressure shot it and like I said, I've blowed this whole thing back out before. This whole primer, a hole in that primer. I've blowed a hole completely out. But that cartridge, you ain't gonna overload that cartridge with a pistol primer and blow that cartridge up. You might blow the primer out, you ain't gonna blow that cartridge up. I'll tell you that right now. There's that. So now I'm gonna test. I loaded some 30-30s up. I'm gonna test these brass bullets on these 30-30s. I got a good deal on them. Bought them about a year ago. I'm thinking they're brass jacket, probably lead core brass jacket. I loaded them up in 30-30. I'm gonna see what kind of performance I'm getting out of them. I loaded them kind of light because I'm just shooting. We'll see what kind of speed I'm getting out of them. Well, this first round will be standard jacket. You get 21.99. That was a standard round. It's a standard round. Let's see what this does. This is the reload I got. It should be a lot lighter than that standard round. That's 1773. That ain't bad for a practice round. 1773. That ain't bad at all. Let's see how consistent I am. This is a drop charge too. I don't load nothing. Trickle charge or nothing. I drop charge everything. $17.83. See how consistent that is with drop charging. You know, guys, I mean, if you're precise shooting dimes at 300 yards, yeah, I could see it, but this deer hunt or something. That variation, that's 1783. So what was the other? 1773 or something, 10-foot difference. That ain't doing nothing. You're gonna hit the same spot every time. That's the third round. Let's see how it got. 1770. Look at the consistency of that. So that is 1773, 1783, and 1764, I believe it was. Drop charging. There you go, fellas.